So it started off with C. C came to mind for change. If you want change, you have to have the ability to do something different. And the change that I realized was you have to start saying no. No is like your best friend, but we've been taught that no is a bad thing, but no is actually the reverse. It's actually the good thing. Because no helps you discipline yourself. As you mentioned, you said, I'm not going to dinners. That's no. Family vacation, no. Because I'm buckling down on this business and I want to see it to the next level. So when change hit me, you offered me, you said, did you want anything? Immediately I said yes. I was like, oh, okay, you'll get me something. I don't have to pay for it. But then what clicked to me after I had it, I was like, on top of that, it was like a double yes. Because in the book, it said peanuts. But then she gave me almonds. So I was like, what the f***? Why is this almonds? And then I thought, okay, people are allergic. But then I was like, people are allergic to almonds too. And either which way, I still took it. I didn't tell myself no, because you offered me, I should have said no, because it's like, I want to be more health conscious. And it's like, why am I eating that stuff? And when I eat sugar, I get the rush and then I'm sleepy after, right? And then the drinks came around. Instead of taking water, I took pop. Because it's like it was there, it was being offered to me. But it starts with the ability to say no to yourself, because then that helps you strengthen yourself to say no to other things. I started writing, C, you gotta commit to change. And you must be afraid to do which is telling yourself no. And once you conquer this, it's much easier to tell others that. Especially if it doesn't align with your vision. So for you, you notice those things don't align with your vision because one, that takes you away from the business. Two, that's gonna be more money you have to spend. So then now these letters started coming to my head where it's now A, B, C, D. So A is accountability, having an accountability partner. And accountability partner because it's hard to do things on your own. But when you have somebody there with you to remind you or to keep you on track, it helps out a lot. For example, Alcohol Anonymous. Why do they have that? I know it's a shitty example, but really think of it. When people are trying to do it on their own, they struggle. But when people are in those groups, they're successful. They got those little tag thingies to say, oh, I've been sober for this long and that, whatever, right? It's an accountability group. Accountability coaching. Like somebody's always on top of you. Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? When you go to a trainer, that's your accountability coach to make sure that you're doing these things. There's a reason why people get somebody else to help them. It's to keep them on track. But when you don't have those things and think that you can do it on your own, you're not getting any further than you were yesterday. You're in the same spot. And it's what they call the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. It's not gonna happen for you. The next letter is B, become. You have to become the other version of you, which is your future self. What would me do? That's what you always have to ask yourself. And future me, or what would future me do? Like for me, if I want to not be skinny fat, I got to stop eating the candies. I got to exercise. I have to be intentional with those things. But when you're not intentional with those things will never happen for you. If I want to be a top salesman or I want to make X amount of dollars, what do I have to do? I have to go and put myself out there and sell to people on a day-to-day basis. If you don't do those things, you're never going to get the results. You're just always thinking in your head, yeah, I want this, I want that. But if you don't do those things, it's never going to happen for you. So you have to become. And then D, discipline. That's the ultimate superpower. This helps you stay on track and see it until it comes to the end. Discipline can fix 80% of your problems. If you wrote out all your problems right now and went through all of them, there's only going to be a certain few that you can't fix. But the majority of them you can fix by disciplining yourself. For example, if you want to get in shape, you just need to discipline yourself by going to the gym, eating right. If you wanted to sleep for 8 hours every night, you would discipline yourself by going to bed early so that you can get enough sleep to wake up whenever you need to wake up and get those 7-8 hours. If you wanted to become, say, the top salesman in a company, you would discipline yourself by making those calls every day to clients, saying, hey, da-da-da-da-da, this, that, whatever, right? That's like the ultimate superpower. But a lot of people think that sitting there on their couch whining about whatever or talking about their great big plan, these things don't work unless you work the plan. It's great to have the plan, but you have to work the plan. Action is everything. You learn something, do it. It's like if you don't discipline yourself for those types of things, you're never going to see results for yourself. You have to do something that's different. It feels uncomfortable until it's not uncomfortable, and then it becomes habit. And these are the things that people need to do.